I'm here with Bert Overlack from Germany, who's one of our keynote speakers at the next event, Bert by Speaking. Hello, Bert. Thank you for taking the time to do this quick interview with me.
Hello, Natalie. Thank you for being here. Yeah.
So what I would like to, can you share with our audience quickly in a nutshell, what it is that you do now? What is your business now?
So I'm acting as a trusted advisor, executive coach for family businesses. So I'm supporting entrepreneurs, family-owned, family-run businesses in all kind of change situations.
Okay, so what's the typical result that you help them get?
That they master change successfully, for example, in a succession situation, so that both the senior as the junior involved are happy with the result, and that the result fits to them as a personality, but also their needs and interests.
Mm-hmm. So very customized to their needs.
Pardon?
So it's very customized to what it is.
So yes, I work on a very individual basis. So all my solutions that I develop or my clients develop with my help are very, very individual.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what's your favorite thing when you're working with a client?
My favorite thing is actually the impact I can have and the results that my clients achieve. So impact for me means achievements. To see my clients pass an empathy to get ideas that they might not have had before, and that help them to unblock a road, if you want. That's for me. That's my motivation. That's my, if you want, my purpose.
Nice. You're going to speak to us at Bert by Speaking about lost in space in an entrepreneurial context. Can you elaborate a little bit on that title?
Well, yeah. So the entrepreneurial context comes just from my profession and from my life as a family entrepreneur. And I will talk about an experience I had about 11, 12 years ago, where I got lost in space after or maybe during a severe crisis. And I'll share this experience and this period with the audience.
Yes, and you're also going to share with us the 5 steps to get unlost. Actually reach the moon, metaphorically speaking, or whatever your destination is.
It's a little bit more than unlost, hopefully. It's really about reaching the moon, and reaching the moon as a metaphor to growth after crisis, or if you want, post-traumatic growth. It's how we can really develop ourselves, our being, with the help of a crisis.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and this is interesting because your model that you created for this, or your blueprint, if you want to call it, or roadmap, the steps out of the crisis, can apply to any crisis. And I think just in recent times, we've been faced with many different things, and this will be very, very useful, in my opinion.
No, definitely. I mean, I'm using my personal experience to elaborate on this topic, and I'm using my story, my experiences for, let's call it, authenticity. But the results, the observations I made are applicable for all kind of crises. It's a very similar patterns, whether you talk about an entrepreneurial crisis, about a partnership crisis, about a health crisis, whatever crisis you want to take. Very similar patterns.
Very, very intriguing, and curious to hear your speech.
So do I.
Do you have any final tips for our audience?
Well, I think joining the session on November 19th with an open mind, and just being curious about 3 wonderful speeches, and be ready to learn, and maybe to be ready to take a new perspective, and if it's just for a few minutes, and see how the world can be, how the world can look like if you look at it from a different angle. I think that's what I wish myself and the audience for the November 19th.
Yes, shifting your perspective and looking at the world from a different angle.
Yeah.
Nicely said. Thank you very much, Bert.
You're welcome. Thank you, Natalie, and see you on Saturday the 19th.